We're live from the Brixton. Welcome. Hey, everybody, I'm Chris Petrafka, and this is Music Firsthand, comedians interviewing musicians. And it's a little different week. This is episode, I think, 33. And last week, we had Fierce Kelly at Drinks Lounge, and that one got out of hand. And we thought it's finally just time to take it up a notch. And so we're really excited to welcome back Becky Jo Neal to the show. Yes, so we're excited to have her. And so just a quick comment. So first, thanks to Brixton for hosting us again. We love this place. We love the Brixton. Yep. Our new sponsor, Fourth Tap Brewery, that is our new beer sponsor. They are awesome, yeah. And we just started a Patreon page because we've started asking a lot of patrons have said, hey, I want to invest in the show because we know you're a group of volunteers that contributes to the show, that puts it together every week in the spirit of wanting to promote local Austin musicians. And so if you want to join and be a patron, we have a concert club. You get invited to private events. We have merch that we give you. We spotlight you on the show. You get your own commercials. There's all sorts of ways to join for as little as $3 a month. And so we hope you might consider joining us because supporting us supports Austin musicians. And you can do that by just going to comediansinterviewingmusicians.live. Like, what else would we call it, right? So, hey, with that, I am really excited to bring on our two comedian hosts, Becky Jo Neal and Melody Shivlett. Come on up.
That was the nicest self-firing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm firing myself.
I've been excused of my own duties.
Yes. I mean, if you're when you're the boss, you can do whatever you want, right? Including firing yourself. Thank you, Chris. I'm actually super stoked to be back, so I'm going to drop my phone on the ground.
Yeah.
It's been a blessing working with Music Firsthand before, so I'm super happy to be back.
We're happy to have you back.
Yeah. I know when I get to be with melodies. Yay. This is going to be fun
gonna be
and weird and sexy and cool. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Also, we get swivel chairs this time.
Oh, we're unstoppable now. Mm-hmm. What you been up to, Becky Jo?
Not a whole lot. I actually have 2 weeks off. It's my spring break from work.
Oh,
But it's it's like the working spring break from work.
All right.
Are you?
cool.
What are you getting up into?
I'm gonna be at Hops and Grains on Thursday for Gut Busters. Check
That's
it
a great
out.
show.
That's one of our sponsors. Yeah.
I can actually go now because I don't have a show. So I will
Yeah,
see you at
hell
Gut Busters.
yeah,
Come hang out with
woo.
us.
Jokes coming out hot.
I don't know
All
really.
right.
I think that was pizza.
Was that pizza?
Could be
Joke
anything.
pizzas. I love
Pizza.
it. Let's do it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Without
any
further ado.
we're twins. That's the actual show. No, we are blessed to bring to you tonight, live at the Brixton, the Reverent Few. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell me, how do you break through a paper wall? Ooh, when something's tugging at your sleeve. And how do you keep from the mighty fall when they cut you at the knees? No, it's gonna stop me to stand in my way. The fuel for the fire's too strong. Well, you might be sleeping at the end of the day, but I keep moving along. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my mind. It never leaves me behind. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my blood. It's always making me run. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my bones. Nobody knows. Don't tell me how to tell you what it is that I want. Oh, honey, I said it all before, yeah. But every little thing that I seem to say, it leaves you wanting more. You cut the line, you sparked my fire one last time, and you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, you might be sitting safely with me on your mind, but I keep moving along. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my mind. never leaves me behind, yeah. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my blood. It's always making me run. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my bones. Nobody knows. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my mind. It never leaves me behind. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my blood. It's always making me run. No, I can't stop, won't stop, it's in my bones. Nobody knows.
Can't stop, won't stop. That's super exciting.
Reverent Few.
Yes.
What's
Would you like
up,
to introduce
guys?
yourself?
Hey, I'm Paige DeChaussee.
I'm Nick Betcher.
All right, welcome, guys.
Yes,
for having
Welcome.
us.
Exciting.
I actually met Paige when we did Eric Betancourt's
That's right.
live
Oh,
music
cool.
firsthand.
So you guys
Yeah.
are friends?
We're
We go
over-
way
hate
back.
him.
We go way back. Yeah.
You just gotta know what he's doing. I can hate him.
Just hate
Showed
What
up
is
for
he
the
up
free
to?
tacos.
Oh,
He's one of the first friends we made in Austin, really. That was
Yeah.
here, and he was new too at the time.
when did you guys move here?
2013?
Yeah, the fall.
The fall of
2013.
2013.
And you came from Chicago, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference, Chicago and Austin-wise, performance?
I was going to say the weather, but
Like, come on.
I was gonna
It's
say the
pretty,
food, but-
pretty damn obvious.
I think the biggest difference is that Chicago has all these little pockets of things going on. Like you're in the metal scene, or you're in the blues scene, or the rockabilly scene. And Austin, just everybody knows everybody, and everyone plays the same places.
That's super true. That's very true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
might
an
be
eclectic
a
mix.
southern thing. You know,
That's
like,
true.
how y'all doing? You know,
Come on
like-
over, we got pot roast. It's fine.
Yeah. Or it's cold in Chicago, and no one wants to leave their little zone. Like I'm not going over there.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Oh,
Maybe.
man.
It snows feet up there. Like I'm from the Midwest, and I know about that. And I obviously there's a reason why I live here. It's
Yeah.
too sweaty, but at least
I
I'm
went
not
there in the
barricaded my
spring
house.
one time, and there were these like dog poops in a line on the sidewalk, just like the snow had melted. I was like, whose dog is doing this?
That's
but
an
somebody was
Illuminati
like, oh,
dog.
it just you leave your poop in the snow and then it just stays
Just
there and it
melts.
melts. And I was like, why would you do that?
doesn't-
You're saving
and
it.
like, what's wrong with you? And they were like, I mean, you don't get it. It's so cold that you're just like, shit on the snow. Like, you know, it's
That's
like
it, you're
full
done,
of
dog.
rage.
They're
Yeah,
leaving
yeah,
signs for each
yeah.
other. They're like, go
It
to
was-
warmth.
yeah,
it's just a
that-
line to like a
Yeah,
warm
it was
porch.
a story that really unfolded.
You're warming yourself by the piles of poo. And it's all
So,
cool.
all right, moving away from dog shit, can we? No, so you said there were different pockets there in Chicago. So did you kind of like, dip in and out of different pockets, or were you in different scenes? Like, because your sound is probably like it's a collage of different types, right?
I think it started out, both of us started playing blues, and so I grew up just south of Chicago, so the blues scene was kind of where it was at for a little bit, but then we dabbled in the rock and roll scene for a little bit, but no thrash metal or like any of that kind of stuff.
Nah, but we
No
definitely
emo
knew
phase.
people that were involved in other scenes, and you go to,
Yeah.
you check them out, and then you find out no one else has any idea that there is another scene other than the one they're in. That's always surprising.
There's a really great rockabilly scene too
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago.
Oh,
So I spent a lot of time in that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Cool, yeah. You have a very bluesy voice.
thank you.
When did you decide that was the style you wanted to go for? Did it just come out of you?
It was never a decision. It was just kind of like this inherent, like my mom sang.
Oh,
And
really?
so I grew up on country, but my dad was a Motown and soul lover. And then I grew up, I got lucky, and I met these blues guys when I was 17 and just just got into that scene and just soaked up everything I could.
I totally hear like country influence.
Yeah, totally.
That like sort of hybrid. It's beautiful. Like, like you said, your mom sang, was like the rest of your family just? Did anybody else in your family sing, or?
They attempted. I had sisters that tried, and there's one that could, she could sing.
Wait, like, is she tone deaf?
The oldest one is.
Ooh, I have one of those.
Sorry, Sarah. Yeah.
She's
I love
also the
it
loudest.
when tone deaf people
She's the best
sing.
dancer,
That's my
though, I'll
shit.
tell you that. She
There
can
we
dance.
go.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta have something.
She can hear it. She just can't.
Yeah, my tone deaf
Can't
sister is
can't
skinny.
put
That's
it
what she
back out.
gets.
Yeah.
That's what you get. You get long legs.
Yeah, and you're tone deaf.
Yeah. She literally said that once. If I could change anything about myself, it's that I could sing. And I'm like, oh, the privilege.
Go to singing lessons.
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh, we tried.
Well, do you guys have any gigs coming up for South by? That's around the corner,
We do.
right?
We do. There's a festival thing next Tuesday, Dog Day afternoon at the Dogwood. We're playing at 9,
That's on brand.
10 p.m.
Dog
Yeah,
date.
on West 6th.
on West 6th.
It's a really great lineup, too. Like, everybody on the bill is killer.
Yeah, it's a really great bill. So
Yeah. It's
Cool.
free.
and it's free.
Holla. South by free.
Dogwood is on West 6th. Yeah.
West 6.
And then we also have a standing residency at the Skylark Lounge on the east side
Oh,
off
cool.
of Airport.
Yeah.
So the third Saturday of every month we do that. And then the next day after that, the Sunday, the 18th, we're doing the Oscar Blues Brewery. So if you want to like get out of the South by stuff, head north.
Wow.
It's called the, what is it called? The Austinite Hideout Showcase. That's free too.
Oh, they should offer like massages or something.
I
you
would
know,
love that.
Fresh socks.
Yeah.
Booze,
I'll play for a
booze,
massage any day.
I'd show up anywhere if it was massages and fresh socks. I'm there. I don't care where it
just
is.
fresh socks, honestly, would be great. Yeah.
Oh, I worked
Like,
at
free
Tito's
fresh
tent
socks,
last year.
I'm
They
there.
had massages and manicures in the Tito's tent last
Oh,
year.
they know what's up.
And a bathtub full of Topo Chico. So if
Yeah.
every other South by person's lounge could get the hell on that, that would be great.
Wait, like literally,
Dude.
like you could take a bubble bath of Topo
No,
Chico?
no, you could like, because that's, I mean, like, who wants to be in line after
not
like
gross.
the take a sweet, luxurious South by
I'd
rich
just be afraid
person
you'd
bath
break a
in
bottle.
Topo Chico?
Fresh springs of Topo Chico.
That sounds painful. Those bubbles are harsh.
Yeah.
true.
You can't even chug Topo Chico without like, oh God.
You
Yeah.
know,
Imagine
I
sitting in it.
mean, little pain, little pleasure. You know,
It's like those douchebags that get.
cupping is the thing on the the back. It's like it's not comfortable, but it's.
We get
good
it.
for
You hate your body too. It's cool.
Just a mix. It's like a mix of hatred.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. That seems weird.
she gets it.
Yeah.
I don't
Gets
get
it.
cupping, but
Yeah.
I get it. Being a Chicago blues scene influence, like who did you grow up like really, other than the country influences, like after you kind of discovered the blues, like who were your biggest influences?
For me,
blues-wise?
Etta James, Chess Records was just right up the road. So like, I had the privilege of touring it and getting a chance to sing in it. So like Willie
Wow.
Dixon and Buddy Guy used to play his place all the time. But like Etta James for me is where it's at. Chicago blues wise. What about you? You have any?
That's a good question. I mean, post Chicago blues thing. I mean, the Wood Brothers are a huge influence. Once I caught wind of them, I was like, I need more. And then, we listen to like a lot of Little Feat and
The
the
band.
band and
No, the
Bob
actual
Dylan.
Little Feet. Just
Little
little
Feet.
tiny pitter
Not
patter
just like
little
actual-
feet. Christmas
inspiring.
morning.
It really
it's
is.
just
Joy.
like with one little feet running across something.
Sounds adorable.
Kind of a
That-
noise
that
artist.
works.
You know.
You're actually speaking of the Skylark. Like she posts a lot of like really beautiful stuff on their Instagram of them like playing there all the time. But her Instagram is the most adorable thing. It's just like kitties and like beautiful little kids. Like I was creeping on her last week, and I was like, "Well, God, like I just want like cats and dogs and little tiny people and tiny feet."
Well, because
Oh, that's great.
my Instagram started out as a feed from my sister's really cute pit bull. So it was initially.
I creep back that far. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Were you
I
trying
was-
to get the pit bull famous?
No, I just thought she was so cute and wrinkly. I just thought, man, people have to see this thing.
No, because that's the life. If your pet is famous, that's like the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
Pay
Yeah.
no attention to the owner behind the curtain.
Right, like your
just
biggest
get
sweat
paid
is,
by
like-
YouTube and like that's my dog.
Go to book signings
Yeah,
for your
right.
dog.
Paw print. All right, we're done. Yeah, that's a great job. That's what I want to be when
Is
I
it a
grow
job?
up. It's a job. It's
That's
like
fair.
a management. It's a dog manager.
Dog manager.
You know.
You have to pick up their shit, right?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. Hey,
Or just leave it
you
frozen
know,
in a
Or
line.
just leave it frozen, yeah.
That's
Or warm
that's an
yourself by
idea.
it in the
I
winter.
think famous people also make their managers do stuff like that.
Can you imagine? What if like an Instagram famous dog was like, Melody?
Or like, I heard Ariana Grande likes to be carried like a baby.
I mean, I do too,
Like
but I don't
by her
have.
manager.
What?
Yeah. She's
That is
be carried like a little
pathetic.
baby.
You're tiny. You could get away with it. Like I don't know.
get it though.
I
I,
wouldn't
mean,
make
if I had
anybody do
somebody who
that.
was just like, Yay,
Pick me up.
would you think you could?
Unless I was really drunk
Yeah.
or so sick.
I don't know.
Carry
It
me
makes
to bed.
sense to me.
So sick.
So this isn't the entire band, right? The Reverent few. There are a couple
No,
more.
yeah.
We got to.
We have more people. We typically play right now as a 4-piece, sometimes as a 5-piece. So
Cool.
we have bass player, drummer, and occasionally another guitar player or like auxiliary player.
Sometimes a keys player.
But most of the time we have like 3-part harmonies and yeah.
Rock and roll.
yeah.
Rock
Yeah.
and roll,
Damn.
but like there's an element of like church to it in like a cool way.
There's a tambourine sometimes.
There is a tambourine occasionally too.
I mean,
Yeah.
why not? Add a little glitter.
Yeah, I would almost
Yeah.
say like spiritual more so than church, like
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
ways
totally.
that like any kind of culture kind of sings together in a way that's like unifying.
Yeah, which is the whole idea of the Reverent few is like this sort of like conglomeration of just like soulful people who are all kind of out for the same stuff.
Yeah,
I love
So
that.
I understand that David, the other guitarist, has his own solo project.
He does.
Um,
He just
and
started
that's-
it up again, yeah.
As it is just by his name.
It's
David
just by Jimenez.
Cool.
Yeah, he used to play in a
Nice.
band called Baby Atlas.
Baby Atlas.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Do you guys ever play together as one giant band?
I mean,
The Reverent Some.
no,
Reverend
no,
Hall.
I guess right now we're the Reverent 2.
yeah.
Cute.
no, we
We-
haven't like mishmashed everything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like constant talks. We have so many friends that are such wonderful musicians, and we are always talking about trying to put bills together and trying to have a big super jam at the end. We've done it a few times.
Yeah.
Every now and again, we'll just have like that magic moment where everyone goes, "We all know the same song. Let's play it together." You know.
Well, most of the time
Yeah.
everyone's gigging, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you can't all get together and get to people's show because you're busy doing your thing.
It's like a family reunion.
Yeah,
totally.
kinda.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Get together.
Do you guys want to maybe do another song for us?
Ooh, yeah.
Sure.
Speaking of jamming,
Yeah.
Good idea.
Here we go.
Couldn't cry to you, just lie to you about what had been done. I couldn't lie to you what I could do before the leaving had begun. And it's a long walk to the driveway without knowing where I'll go. And even longer down the highway when I'm not going where I know. Simple tears won't fix those years, but they'll help me when it's done. So I'm on my way as I do stay until I have to run. I will bite my lip and get a grip, and once in line will soon be past. And I lose my fear that every year won't be greater than the last. And it's a long walk to the driveway without knowing where I'll go. And even longer down the highway when I'm not going where I know. Since I can't let this feeling go until after the moment I'll let you know. It's the only thing in my way that keeps me down. So I just need you to hear me loud. I will sing to you when I get blue, and all my aching it will pass. And the future holds much more than gold. It's gonna fill my empty glass. I don't expect of you a thought that's new. Just hear me when I say all our time was good, but we know we should be going our separate ways. And it's a long walk to the driveway without knowing where I'll go. And even longer down the highway when I'm not going where I know. And it's a long walk to the driveway without knowing where I'll go. And even longer down the highway when I'm not going where
Bam. The Reverent Few, everybody.
Reverent Few.
I love that. We read, we did in our research, we found out that y'all are pretty big Bob's Burgers fans.
Oh, we love Bob's
Kind of
Burgers.
hoping you would tell you something about
This
Bob's
girl?
Burgers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she got connects, not like I mean like she's just basically
I was on
famous.
Kristen Schall's show in
What?
LA. Yeah, I got to
No.
meet her. It was like right before Halloween, so she was dressed like a whoopee cushion. It was awesome. I helped, put the hat out a little bit, make it really look like a cushion. She's a very nice lady.
Yeah.
And
She's
they're
gonna be
coming
here
to
for
South
South
by.
by.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
really?
yeah.
They're gonna be at Esther's Follies, the whole cast.
No.
I keep
It's
saying we need
real
to cover. We need to cover that song that. Bad stuff happens in the bathroom.
Nick fucking sings that song all the time.
I can't stop singing it. It's just like sleeping and it's just like ringing in my.
It's just happening over and over. I
Yeah.
need that
Yeah,
in my
we've talked
life.
about doing like a Bob's Burgers like show, all the tunes.
Have you
This
ever
is
done
all-
a
Should.
Halloween costume?
You know.
In costume?
Have you ever
Well,
done a
I-
Halloween costume? Bob's
We-
Burgers?
We talked about it.
We thought about it this year.
Yeah.
My sister and her fiance were Bob and Linda, and they nailed it. She found this
Oh,
like
that's
crazy
cute.
ugly wig. It was perfectly shaped.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
awesome.
steal it.
Linda's my favorite. Well, I think Tina.
I cannot pick a
great.
favorite. They're all too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bob's Burgers, y'all. I don't,
Yeah.
anybody in this
Bob's
audience?
Burgers,
fucks with
guys.
Bob's Burgers?
We
Yeah.
literally fall asleep to it every night, and last night
Yeah.
our internet was out, and I was like,
We're like, what
how
are
am
we
I supposed to go
going
to
do?
bed?
It's not like, what are
I
we
guess
gonna
we'll
do?
have to talk to each other then.
Dang it.
No.
We're like,
Yeah, I know.
how was your day? We're out.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I binge it. It's ungodly. Just
Yeah.
That's
Well,
your going
right
to
there
sleep
with you.
routine. I
Yeah.
need to be in a coupling where my going to sleep routine is Bob's Burgers.
oh yeah,
That's what I need to be
yeah.
doing.
You
Yeah.
taking notes, Becky Joe's boyfriend?
Yeah, he
Although
heard.
one of the problems is she'll fall asleep to anything, and I have to finish the episode. I'll get done with one, I'm like,
You're a
I
purist.
could do another one. It's like 15 episodes later, I'm like
Has that
Sucked
ever
into the
like?
void.
snoring for hours.
And has that ever
not
gotten the
snore.
better of you with anything else, like Ancient Aliens or something?
Oh,
you know,
we
like that
did
you're
just
just like, what happened?
All the time. Paige
Yeah.
is like, oh, we watched this one show. I'm like, well, you kind of watched.
I see the first 15 minutes of everything.
And then we'll watch the next
Everything.
episode. And she's like, wait, what's happening? I'm like, back it up. Back it up.
You can't skip that intro where they're like previously on
Yeah.
whatever you fell
or you
asleep
just like
watching.
find them in the morning, like watching Forensic Files. Like, there are murders everywhere. I want you to know.
If anybody finds me early in the morning watching Forensics Files, send help.
Time to go to bed, okay?
Yeah, like put the SpaghettiOs down. It's 8:30.
Speaking of television, you
yeah.
were on, because we're doing a
Here it
little
comes.
homework. Gotcha. You were on American Idol.
Ba-bow.
A long time ago.
What year was that?
I don't know, man. It was like
while
season
ago.
9. I was just out of college.
Did you meet Simon?
I did.
Yeah?
He didn't like me. He thought I
Oh,
was.
he
He,
didn't
thought
like
I was
anybody.
self-indulgent.
He was mean.
fuck?
It's okay. He has an
like
opinion. I mean, everyone
mean.
has opinions. They're like assholes.
Yeah, but like,
But
who wouldn't be? I mean, if you're a pop star, you're going to be self-indulgent. Like, what kind of critique is
He's
that?
literally
It's
his
such
only
bullshit.
job is to piss people off. He's like the He's like the original troll.
He's great
that
at it.
dude.
You know, you got to hand it to him. He's great at
He's
making
honest,
people-
and I respect
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
I'm weak. I still
mean,
want to
he
strangle him.
got
Like I
it.
know it's a joke, and I'm still like, you're hurting people's
yeah, no, I cried
He's
on
like
TV in front of millions and
sitting
millions
there.
of people. It was so embarrassing.
To be fair, I skipped
hate
through that
talking
part out of
about it.
respect for you. And I was like,
Thanks.
no.
He made you cry? Was it
The
him
whole
that made you
thing.
cry, or the whole thing?
The whole thing. I lived in a
Yeah.
small town, and I just wanted to get out, and I wanted to break up with my boyfriend, and I just wanted to stay in LA and sing
Yeah.
songs. It worked out a couple years later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
hashtag
well,
boycott
TV
American
people are
Idol.
like that. You know, they're just ruthless. Want to like vivisect you and just cut you open.
Yeah, they
know?
ask you all kinds of questions that like cut you open, and you're like,
Yeah,
should I
they're like,
tell
cry. Are you
this?"
ready to cry? You want to cry? Like, yeah.
They have the
pretty
camera
much.
right in your face.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
My friend auditioned, and they literally like they asked her like, have you ever taken a nude picture of yourself? And she's
You-
like, yes. And like, bye.
Yeah. You have a
Like
full
seriously.
I could
FBI
text you guys.
investigation.
if you
I'm
want
sure
some
they don't
pics.
ask that question anymore. There's no way.
There's no way that they care
There's
about that
no
shit
way.
anymore.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
who was that? Paula Abdul.
My friend that auditioned for the betterment of maybe
I mean,
her
who
mom
asked-
is watching.
asked?
Oh no, it was like the screening process.
Oh,
like
weird.
if you get accepted to go in, you have to answer these like terribly invasive questions about your life because they're afraid it's gonna pop out because it's happened before.
Yeah, it's like a
And those nude pictures, they're gonna pop out.
50-page like
what they do.
Scantron.
So I'm trying to get famous over here. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, you have to tell
leaking
them
nudes for
everything.
American
Yeah.
Idol. You know,
link my nudes in the comments. Just kidding.
we get a barrage and we're all arrested.
So, did you get any fans after that? Were people like "What's
Absolutely,
up?"
from like all
Yeah.
over the world, and people still like. We just had a table full of people come down from like Michigan that have like, you know, hey, I've been following you from American Idol days, and
Oh,
they came to the Saxon
cool.
and caught one of our shows. And
shit.
it was wild. I was like, people like you still pay attention to my Facebook page? Like, gosh, that's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And
There's
it's one of the better pages to like click on and forget you clicked on. It's not like Arby's. Where you're like, why did I click on this at 3 a.m. drunk? Like, I don't care about curly fries, but at least they can keep up with you. That's pretty
Well,
sick.
Curly
Yeah,
fries.
I guess that is
That's
something
nice.
cool about shows like that. Like whatever they want you to be in a mold and they're exploitative, blah 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 blah. But like at least you can find people who genuinely like what you do and who might not have gotten the chance to hear you otherwise. So that's cool. You know,
Yeah, when
silver
we interviewed Brooke
linings.
Williams, it was the same way. He
Yeah,
was like, the
fuck
voice
you,
was cool.
Simon.
People were cool.
Yeah.
It was fine. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Done.
Or Adore Delano, you know, from
Blessed
Drag
be.
Race. Yeah, she
Oh, okay.
like walked off the show and was like, "I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm a drag queen, but I'm not, you know, the queen. So whatever."
Well, and that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
not the end of your career. It's really
Yeah.
the start of
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But when you're 20 and like you put all your stock in that, you're like, this is it, Mom. This is it.
Yeah,
Shit.
they
And she
really make you
sounded
think that's
really
it.
good. Like really good.
No,
It
you know
was
what's
not
so
even
bad about
remotely
this?
a bad audition.
I had this like piece of hair that was like sticking out the whole time. And then when I got to Hollywood Week, Ryan Seacrest literally like licked his palms and he's like, "Come here, child. I'm gonna fix your hair." And I was like, "Thank God somebody do it, because
Oh,
if that piece of
yeah.
hair sticks out one more time on national television,
That's like
I'm gonna have a
everybody's
fit.
like it's like every gay boy I know's fantasy is for Ryan Seacrest to just fix their hair. Hold on, honey. Shh.
and he's
Yeah.
about my height too.
Yeah, he said he's
so
super short too. Like,
Oh, he's tiny.
He's
He was
super
so
short.
sweet.
I love
He's all reaching up.
I got it.
Nobody
He pulls up a
reaches
chair, steps on it. Okay.
He's like jumping.
Oh.
And so, what about you? Have you ever been on TV?
Probably. I don't know.
I was like, can you talk about it? It's cops.
I was on
Cops.
I was on an episode of Cops once. No. I did small time things. You
You're
know,
just on the
it just
local news, like,
happened.
yeah, it was a crash, and
Local boy
you know,
does good.
everybody's all
Peoria,
right.
Illinois.
Yeah.
I love my hometown, Peoria.
That's a cute town.
Are your
Cute
towns
town.
right next to each other there in Illinois? Because it's not exactly Chicago, right?
they're
Or
not.
Hour and a half.
He grew up 3
to
hours south, so people in his town talk different than they do. in
3
my
hours
town.
south of Chicago. And I don't know. It's like 2 hours.
Oh,
to
there's
your
a different
hometown.
accent.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Like-
can you do the different accents?
Well, mine is definitely like when I say, "God, I'm gonna call my dad." Call my
She
ma.
wants a vodka tonic.
I have a vodka tonic.
She wants a vodka tonic.
And Nick says things like salad or like dad.
Salad.
Everything is
Salad.
long or
Dad.
closet. And I'm like
Dad.
closet.
Yeah.
Closet.
So I have a little like more harsh. But
I get
Yeah.
made fun of for
I
that
mean,
for the,
even
all
did
the
that
time.
little bit
yeah,
of
you're
area.
from the Midwest. Where are you
Yeah.
from?
I'm from Kansas City, but I don't know
Oh,
why the hell
okay.
I got. I say mom and dad.
Yeah.
It's mom and dad. Mom, dad. Sounds-
Mom and dad.
Yeah, it's mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Midwestern thing, right? Mom,
It's true.
dad.
Mom, dad.
That's kind of like
Oh.
yours.
yeah.
We say ma and
I'm just
pa
gonna
with
sneak
them.
right behind you right there.
No.
Oh. Every Midwestern needed to like adjust his pants with like the cell phone flip phone clip to the belt.
Oh yeah, that's a good look.
Go to the driving
Yeah,
range. Oh,
that's
oh, oh.
good.
That was my dad. Speaking of parents, we do this segment. I did it when I was working here. Now I'm really excited to be back because we're going to do it again. My mom likes to send in questions.
Right. Yeah. I've heard.
Yes. She was there for the Eric Betancourt ones that
Yeah.
crashed and burned in the most beautiful way possible. That was the best. If you guys haven't watched that interview, watch the mom questions from Eric Betancourt. They were just amazing. We're going to split these up, and my handwriting is shite, so I don't know. Most
I'm a
of
good
these.
reader.
Here. Okay, so these are like rapid fire questions, Nick. I don't know if she told you about them. This is the first two that I wrote out for you. Like I was all prepared. The first couple of them are just like either or. Who's your favorite of these two? And so my mom found some like blues ladies and some country ladies that she thought she would do. And then the rest of them are like very random, easy questions at the end. And then we'll come in and do 2 songs, and it will be brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to ask the first one? Okay.
So, Faith Hill or Brenda Lee?
Brenda Lee.
Brenda Lee.
Amen.
Do I get my own answer, or was just whoever answers
Now,
first?
now. You have to answer now.
How about Dolly Parton or Trisha Yearwood?
Dolly Parton. Oh yeah.
Done. That was the easiest one for
Yeah.
me too.
I mean,
we didn't even try.
Kind of hard
Okay,
not to love Dolly.
Yeah.
Janis Joplin or Joan Jett?
Janis Joplin.
Janice. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
my friend Mina was like, Janice, she's getting a foot rub back there. Welcome to Music First Hand. That's awesome.
She
Dude,
obviously loves Janice.
She
She's
take a
a
bath
free
at Topo
spirit
Chico,
over there
too.
taking her shoes off.
Brian, you're learning 2 things today: Bob's Burgers and foot rubs. That's fine.
Come to
Okay.
the Brixton, get your foot rubbed.
Right. Okay. So even though we just talked about it being kind of a sensitive subject, instead of American Idol on The Voice, who would you pick to be your judge, your coach?
On The Voice?
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know who's on there.
Yeah, is
Blake
that-
Shelton, Adam Levine. It's like been Christina. I think Alicia Keys is back. Miley Cyrus, Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, I would do Alicia Keys. I like her. She keeps it
Amen.
real.
Amen.
I would say Christina, just because I don't know.
I feel like she'd
Because
be
I
mean
think
to me
she'd
in a
be
really hot
in-
way. I feel she'd be like, "You're
Because I
absolute
have
garbage."
no idea what she would be like. I'd be like, what? Let's see how this plays out.
And I feel like she would just like sing what you're supposed to sing to you the whole time. Like she'd be like, "No, not like this." Like, and you're like, "All right, well."
Yeah. Hold on, let me get my tape recorder. And
You don't end up getting any rehearsal time. It's just like her singing to
Just
you.
her
and all
singing
that.
to you.
Okay.
Where's your album? Oh, you don't have one.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Why are you singing on here?
Can you read this one in my chicken scratch?
Tina Turner or Grace Slick?
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Okay, so Chicago pizza or Austin breakfast tacos?
Chicago pizza.
What time of day?
Hey, don't boo me. Don't boo me. I'm a serious pizza lover. Like
Yeah, we had a whole tour. We dubbed
did a
the pizza tour.
We ate pizza every single day.
Yeah, pretty
on
much
tour.
every day, and hit as many places as
For
we could.
how long? It's like,
Like a week or two.
oh,
Yeah,
it's
like a week
it was
and a half.
8 months. It was a
wish.
journey.
Peace Pizzeria, Pequod's, Giordano's. We had.
What's your favorite style?
I just like really saucy pizza. Like it could be just about anything,
Amen.
but like the sauce is where it's at
So
for me.
wet ass pizza.
Also, if it's
Wet
rubber
ass
cheese. I don't know.
It's a great name
ass
for a
pizza.
pizza joint.
Wet ass.
Love
Ass
that.
pizza. Okay, this
I
is
think out of context that doesn't work.
this is wet ass pizza. Dibs on that name.
yum,
Okay,
yum.
the last one is favorite venue in Austin and your favorite venue in Chicago.
Ooh.
If we say things here, and we don't want to make anyone mad.
We can just.
We know. I mean,
like
because
your
we know
favorite
that people.
experience. It doesn't have to be like your literal favorite place to go, but like favorite show you ever played in Chicago, favorite show.
We
you
can
ever
just
played in
censor this part too. You can be like, my favorite place is boop.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
and
we
we'll
can
just do
send
that
out
on
hits
the
to all
tape.
these
Just then
opposing
search
bars.
the name of the place that they work, wherever they.
Yeah.
Leave snarky
Our
Yelp
favorite
reviews.
place is. No, don't too long.
We'll tag every venue except that venue so that
His
they can
answer
get
does
angry
not
that they're
reflect
not
the
your
views of
favorite.
music firsthand and or.
I mean, we've got a lot of places we really love. Skylark Lounge has kind of been a home. That place is always great. The Saxon has been
The
wonderful.
Saxon, yeah. We just played 310 ACL, and that was really fun.
that was
a
really
bigger
cool.
stage for us.
Well,
So we have a couple favorites here, if that's okay. And I
There's-
like
there's
rooms
a
for
lot.
different reasons. Like the lighting in one room is really great. The sound guy in another is just so awesome, and he'll just you know
yeah,
accommodate
1-to-1
you.
is really cool.
Yeah, we love 1-to-1.
We're, tr-
So that's a
we're
bunch
trying
that
to
we
plug
like.
every single venue that might
Yeah.
want us back. Those places we don't
It
want to
just
play.
we will play a list of all their favorite venues at the end of this taping. And
In no
we'll-
particular
We
order.
have lots of favorites.
Yeah, but there's when we first moved to town, someone told us there's no bad gig in Austin, and I didn't know what that meant until we played a Creative Mornings event, and it was like this. Do you want to play at Friday 6 a.m. and at some
sounds
at some
terrible.
coffee shop somewhere for some things, and we were like,
Want?
what? And we didn't have any gigs, so we went and did it, and we're like, that was great.
Oh.
And so we just kind of learned, don't say no to gigs.
Yeah. But I think my favorite Chicago venue would have to be Fitzgerald's and Martyrs,
Yeah.
two of my favorites. And Fitzgerald's is closing soon. That's
Fitzgerald's.
right outside in Berwyn.
Oh, that's so great.
Good
What kind
owners,
of-
good venues.
Are those smaller or mid-size or?
They're like touring acts that come through, like road shows come through and play
Yeah, I
there.
mean, on par with like 310 ACL, I think, size-wise.
Yeah.
Do you like playing bigger shows or like house shows?
I like bigger shows. Like my dream is to play Bonnaroo someday. So
Boom.
the bigger the better.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Our sound
do
guy's
it.
just raising the roof.
Yeah.
He thinks
Although there's something like we grew up playing in these like divey little hole in the wall bars where you bring your own PA and it's loud and sweaty.
Everybody's
and gross
smoking.
and everyone's smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a real charm to that when like the people are right there with you.
Right.
They're not like you play at festivals and you're like, hey people, I hope you like our songs.
And there's some
Yeah.
girl at the bar like, where's Shelby? Oh my God.
But they're like, play some Green Day, and you're like, fuck
Why?
you. Like, no, we don't. That's
People
not
really
in the
yell
set
that.
list.
Like, where are you, bro?
Yeah,
You
like
know?
Some of the other, we played in Wisconsin one time in this cool club, and someone came in and was like, "You gonna play some Nirvana?" and like tipped us, and then we didn't play any Nirvana, and he took his tip back.
tip out.
And we're like,
I don't want
"You're
your
listening to
what
us."
a dick.
Well, it
What
was
are you,
a
the
transaction.
book-
I
you
think
my
he
manager?
confused.
Yeah.
Sir, do you think
I
you're
am
at
not a
s-
jukebox.
Yeah.
You think you're at a
I
store?
am not your monkey. Play
like you
songs.
just start dancing. Oh man, I would have been way meaner about that. That would have been wickedly fun.
Yeah, I'm too nice. I'm just like, oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but that she gets.
Oh, sorry, I'm not Nirvana. I don't know if you didn't know that.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's
Nirvana.
dead.
Yeah.
He's been dead, not me.
No, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah. Thank you so much. but
Do you
no.
guys think Courtney did it?
Well, that's the last one. Courtney.
Did Courtney do
Maybe.
it? Did she do it?
Well, I really don't want to piss off Courtney because just in case,
she don't care.
in case she owns a venue in Austin or something.
I think it was Frances Bean.
I think she did it. I still like her though. I just think she did it.
Still
like,
a fan,
you
but
bitch, you
Yeah,
would.
you're okay.
seen the documentaries and woke about it. So
Yeah.
no, still think
The
it's
truth
Frances.
is out there. You know, everybody wants to talk about 9/11. I'm ready to talk about Courtney,
I'm a Courtney Love truther. No, I'm not. I love her. I'm
Truth
sorry.
out there. Who cares? No.
Tell it, girl. Tell it.
Well, speaking of the truth,
Yeah. Speaking of the truth, are we
ready for two more songs?
Two
The last two
songs.
songs from the
Doubling up.
Reverent for you.
Yeah.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Too early for light, too early for love. The sun starts fading, the stars up above, but there's nothing else to do. Oh, there's nothing else to do, yeah.
The cars are all empty and the streets are still bare.
Perhaps I'll be sleeping with a bed to share, but there's nothing else to do. Oh, there's nothing else to do now.
Time is still and I'll be reaching for thoughts.
To burn through the night and forget what I lost as I think of you. Oh, there's nothing else to do, yes. I call up a friend, but the day is still light. There's hardly a glimpse of this morning's light, but there's nothing else to do. Oh, there's nothing else to do, yes.
I'll be bound for coffee, but the shop is still closed. I could read her out a drink, I suppose,
but that's nothing new. Oh, I need something to do, yes.
time is still and I'll be reaching for thoughts.
To burn through the night and forget what I lost as I think of you. Oh, there's nothing else to do, yeah. When the day is still young and I still feel bold, I might as well say what's never been told, but there's nothing else to do. Oh, there's nothing else to do. I think of you. There's nothing else to do. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me now. Hey, Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me. You call me up for a quiet night in. Little did I know this is where it all begins. It didn't take long for the room to spin. We started as a glass of wine turned to a bottle of gin. Oh, Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me now. Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me. Oh. You take me out on the town in my funny shoes, in my long evening gown. You give me your word we won't be trouble bound. By the end of the night, I'm asking how we get downtown. Oh, Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me now. Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me. Yeah. Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me now. Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me. Oh, hey, Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me. Hey, Marjorie, Marjorie, you know I love you, but you're no good for me. Thank you.
Oh my.
Reverent, you. Hell yeah, guys. Excellent.
Good job, Paige.
That was fantastic.
Super lovely.
We had a question we were thinking about. Do you guys shop for hats together?
You know,
Sometimes.
this one,
Yeah, we
Nope.
did.
Nope.
That one?
were you there for this?
I think so.
Do you have the same size
You were there
head?
for this.
We do not have the same
She's
size.
got a tiny
She knows.
Tiny head. But
She has a head proportionate to her stature.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's very
Okay.
like Sprite-like.
Yeah, it doesn't look that tiny. I mean,
But I did buy a hat recently without Nick.
Whoa.
I know.
Bought it with a friend. Gordon Brothers here in town.
Well, we should Joe Shatted.
Joe
Hey,
George,
Joe George.
our friend who was
Joe
just in town
George.
touring through.
good input on the hat.
He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, we went hat shopping without Nick because Nick had to work.
Where do you go hat shopping?
Well, I got this at Gordon Brothers in Wicker Park in Chicago. My new one I got here on South Congress, and this is from Texas Hatters.
Texas Hatters in Lockhart. I
Texas
walked in and it
Hatters.
was this hat was the first one I saw, and they want to make hats for everybody, and I saw this one, and I was the first one I saw, first one I put on. I was like, it's perfect. And it took some convincing to let him he was like, no, let me make you a hat. And I was like, but I want this one.
You pulled the sword in the stone.
Yeah, it was like you picked out your wand.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Yeah,
"What's
right.
that?"
This one's mine.
So-
And I'm going to go back and have him make me one at some point.
Yeah. He's just.
Yeah.
He lives for the head, you know. He
I mean,
just loves
Texas
to
hat. I
shape
feel like
things around
we
and just
all?
lives
I was gonna
for
say,
it,
don't
you
they all?
know.
the guy that
Don't
owns
we all?
Texas Hatters is a guy that's like, I want my whole life to be dedicated to hats. And they're like, what's the name of your hattery going to be? And he's like, Texas Hatters. He's like, I mean,
He married
just be
into it, believe it or not.
Well, the guy that we met.
The guy that we
He's so
met.
in love
But
with
the
it.
best part about shopping for this hat was not just that you got a really cool hat, but he had like this like taxidermy thing in the back. And
Oh,
he, like,
no.
He was like, try
Were they
this
wearing
on and wear
hats?
this. And
he had like he put this bear on my head and it was the size of me and I was like, take a picture of this. Don't post this on social media. This is awful. But I mean it was like he had all these animals just like
it
Wait,
was
like
so
a bear
interesting
head?
and
What do you
mildly
mean?
terrifying.
Like
It
a
was like-
mascot head, but a real bear?
I mean, yeah,
It
like,
was like a bear's
Oh,
head
no,
with
you
a
got inside it?
thing.
Oh, no.
We have been inside
I
a
thought it
bear.
was like, just like a blanket. Oh, no. Mm-mm.
The Revenant feud.
Look at all this dead
right.
stuff.
The
You want to
Revenant.
crawl inside?
Oh,
yeah.
boom!
That was
on
good.
Fire.
That was
But
Um,
it was
it
was
called
like,
The
what
Reverence?
is this?
Wasn't
Yeah.
that movie with the bear, The Reverence?
The Reverend?
the
Revenant.
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 The
Revenant.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why I
yeah.
said the
Which is-
Revenant
I'm
feud.
not, see, over here, I don't
Yeah.
watch movies
People-
about people getting inside of bears.
It was
Yeah.
it was crazy.
I don't think
was
he
like,
got.
It was
the bear
awesome.
got inside of him more so. I think in that movie.
Again, didn't watch it.
You know.
It was a Brokeback Mountain
spoiler
bear.
alert.
Why'd you invite comedians to do this show? I don't know. What's wrong
We got
with
a
you?
slow clap
This
from
is
the
this is
sound
on
guy.
you, Chris. This is on you.
You did this.
Who
You
let me
fired
in
yourself.
here? Well,
I actually got approved. We got approved for one more song. If you guys want to do one, I don't know if you
Okay.
want to do one more.
Yeah.
Sure.
We got a couple more minutes, so we'd love to have you do it again. The Reverend
Yeah,
Feud.
we'll give this one a go. Sure.
This is a new one into the mix.
Pacing down the hallway, cursing out his name, and I can feel his eyes upon me from the picture in the frame. This ain't no place to be. This ain't no place to be. Looking out the window, I'm seeing shadows in my mind, and I can hear him whisper softly, saying I got left behind. This ain't no place to be. This ain't no place to be. I've lived a life beneath you, so much wreckage, so much rage. I can live a life beyond you. You can take that to the grave. Ooh, yeah. Standing in the doorway, I got nothing left to say. Scream so loudly, oh, but I can't hear a thing. This ain't no place to be. This ain't no place to be. I've lived a life beneath you, so much wreckage, so much rage. I can live a life beyond you. You can take that to the grave. day that he departed, it wasn't through the door. I still carry his ring, but he don't hold me no more. This ain't no place to be. This ain't no place to be. This ain't no place to be. Lord, this ain't no place to
God, we all have
Reverend,
goosebumps
you.
all over our bodies. It's fine. It's fine. Damn.
Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having
Yes,
us.
Yeah,
this was
thanks
really
for- it was
Totally
fun.
amazing. Do you want to like quickly pitch what your upcoming stuff is again, just so everybody can be reminded of where you're going to be?
Yeah, so Tuesday the 13th, we are at the Dogwood on West 6th for the what is
Dog
that?
Day afternoon,
Yep, that.
Dogs.
9-10 p.m. But be there all day because it's going to be awesome.
Can you
Yeah,
bring
great
dogs?
lineup.
And-
Saturday the 17th, we're at the Skylark Lounge, 8 o'clock. There's a cover for that, so that's $5. Come and check that out. That's our monthly residency.
It's awesome.
And then Sunday, the 18th, we are at the Oscar Blues Brewery in North Austin, and that's at 4 o'clock.
There
Come
we go.
check it out. Soul Supporters play after us, and they're awesome.
Sweet.
Cool. Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for coming. It was really fun.
Thank you so much for having us. You guys are so much
Give
fun.
it up
Really
again for
fun.
the Reverent
Yeah,
Few,
give it up
ladies
for
and
Reverent
gentlemen.
Few.
Thank you, guys.
Give
Thanks
it up for
hanging
Becky
out.
Joe.
Okay. And for Melody
Oh
Shiflett.
my God.
And our partner, Chris Petrovka.
Yes, Chris
and our
Petrovka.
beautiful, beautiful partners, Tim Lupa, here at the Brixton.
Yeah.
Love him
Give it
so
up for
much.
that
It's been a
guy.
pleasure. Fourth Tap.
Yeah.
Everybody clap
Yeah.
for Tim.
That's
He's sitting
right.
right there. Fourth Tap Brewery.
Fourth Tap Brewery, our
For being
new
our beer sponsor. Yeah.
Our intern.
Yes. Oh, Mario.
Mario.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Hi, doll.
What's up, dude?
And
Go
Benjamin
Martin.
Allen
Angel.
Levy.
Yes. Angels.
Oh, this has been so much
Angels.
fun.
Oh,
I'm
this
really.
has been fun.
I've dropped
You
my
keep
phone
dropping
3
stuff
damn
over there.
times. Also,
Is
I've
it
almost
hot?
slid out of this chair at least 10 times.
She's
during
trying to
this
get a
show.
new phone.
I've just
dropping
been
a bunch.
sliding. Oh my God! See, it's
I think
happening
she
again.
greased up before
I
getting up.
think I did too. But on behalf of Music First Hand and myself, I'd like to thank everybody who came out tonight. This was brilliant.
Yeah.
Give it up again for the Reverend Few. We'll see you next time on Music First Hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch us during South by, baby.
Yeah, catch us during
Yeah.
South by.